Blending Quintessa is about taking advantage of the diversity of the vineyard to create a wine that's got the complexity, the finesse, the elegance, and the power that all come from the vineyard.
Why Quintessa is so unique in the valley, I think is certainly the only estate with so many acres in vineyard and so different type of soils. In more than 200 acres, we have many different terroirs we can tell. Most of the time, the best wine in the valley are from smaller estates, and there is not the diversity in terroir that we can find in Quintessa.
The blending process at Quintessa really begins when I'm walking the vineyards, deciding on when to pick my different blocks or sub-blocks. And it's something where I'm consciously thinking already about what tastes a certain way and how I can use that in a potential blend. Obviously, I have to let nature take its course with the harvest, but it's something where I'm already thinking at that point about how these things can fit together. The 26 different blocks on the Quintessa estate give me 50 to 60, sometimes 80 different wines. For instance, Dragon's Terrace, which is a southwest-facing block, a beautifully balanced wine with all the components, all the elements of Quintessa you want right there together. Going further west onto the Corona Hill, we've got a wine that's darker and denser, still beautifully balanced with great length, more tannic. And going further west to the Bench, where we have a block that's more classically Rutherford, that beautiful black fruit, the rich entry, a little bit more forceful tannin. And each of these brings their uniqueness to the blend.
Of course, one terroir is giving different wine. And so for a crazy blender like me, it's very good to have many wines and to try to do different family. We can have more tannic, we can have more light or supple or fruity wine, so we can make family, and after that we can try to blend the family to find the best balance, because the final target is to find the best balance for the wine.
Once the grapes are in their fermenters, I'm tasting the different lots once a day, twice a day, continuing to think about the blending process and how I'm going to use these different wines once they're in barrels. By December or January, I'm already tasting the different lots and beginning to work on the blends at that point. And by the end of the summer, I've got a pretty good working idea of what the Quintessa blend looks like. When I'm tasting each lot, the first thing I'm looking for is an absolute level of quality. The wine has to reach a certain level of excellence before I'm even going to consider it for Quintessa. I'm not trying to make the same wine every year. What I'm trying to do is to get a wine that reflects the strengths of the vintages from this property. And really, the lots that I used the previous year have to earn their way into the blend the next year. As much as history matters, it's about what's in front of me and how that works with the other lots to get a wine that really reflects the best of the vintage. And I really don't pay attention to history at that point. I know what this vineyard should produce. I know that it's got the complexity, the finesse, and the power already. It's a question of getting the lots together in a way that harmoniously reflects that for that vintage. Blending is an intense process, but after a year and a half, I get to a point where I know the wines, I know the growing season, I know the blends, and I finally realize this is it. This is Quintessa.